Young people have dreams. Whether they want to be dancers, athletes, or welders, they are all looking to fulfill those dreams. But many of them, especially those who grow up in small rural communities, face a difficult decision when pursuing those dreams means leaving everything they've ever known. Their communities, in turn, must deal with the loss of their best and brightest.
When you leave to go someplace else, then that community loses that opportunity to grow.
I think a lot of people grow up in small communities thinking that the grass is greener on the other side of the fence.
I think education in small towns are probably better than educations in big cities, because in big cities you have the schools where there's so many kids that have gangs.
Because my dreams require me to move on and get out in bigger spaces.
The real pull of the city is that a lot of rural communities don't do a good enough job providing interesting things to do, providing activities that young people enjoy. And I think that, a lot of these towns, as they say, they roll up the sidewalks at 7 o'clock. And if you're a young person and you're dating and you're 17, 18, 19 and you want to go out and explore the world a little bit, there's not that much to explore.
After my husband and I married, we moved to Michigan for a little while, but we wasn't satisfied, so we come back and moved to Bethesda again. These were just homes. They used to be in the homes. They used to visit people. They come to the homes and had lunch with them. You had just gangs. We did, I know. After I was married, we had gangs that were just of children and their parents that come to our home, and we would have a meal and we, just had fun together.
Small communities will work together. If you need something, they'll help you. And if you need something, or if they need something, you'll help them.
Some of them were fun and exciting, some of them were scary. You can usually find anything that you need, and if you're the type of person that likes to have lots of nightlife and fun, you can usually find that in a city, whereas in small towns you can't.
In today's world, success means making money. And so if that's your only criterion for success, then you might be more likely to have to move away. But if you want to make big bucks and get jobs fast, then you probably have to leave.
You've heard that phrase, as fast as a New York minute. And in big cities, people move faster, there's more pressure, there's more competition. You have crime issues, you have clutter, and I think you have crowding.
Part of that's just personal. Some people love it and they want to stay. Other people can't wait to get out. So they're ready the first minute they can get out of here, they're getting out of here. So I think part of that's personal. I think it depends on their family. Again, the kind of, maybe you have a family you actually need to get away from. Maybe they're pulling you down. And in a small town, I found that if you're from the family with the bad name, you don't have as many opportunities.
Kids are born here, and the Batesville area doesn't offer a lot of teenager, older children activities for them. They don't have 18 clubs and things of that nature, and I think a lot of kids move away because there's more life out there than what Batesville has to offer.
As I got older, I started getting bored. There wasn't enough to do, so all I could think of was moving to a large city to have some excitement.
When the young people move away and only the grandparents are left in that community, the grandparents die, the grandchildren have no tie to that community. They come in and they sell the land to whoever, and that has different ideas that don't go with the local community. And so it just becomes less and less a community feeling where people are looking out for each other and caring for each other, because some of the ones that left have no ties.
It hurts a small community for them to move away. There's a lot of history in the smaller communities that goes way back, and everybody's moving away. It's not really the young people's fault either. The parents have to move for jobs, and that leaves the community short.
Give them reasons to stay. And maybe instead of worrying about the reasons to go, that the rural communities need to be really more active and say, here are reasons to stay here. We're going to have an incubator, we're going to be starting new businesses, or if you want to get involved in business, we're going to have training in certain areas, we're going to have more activities. And then maybe some of the brighter, more talented people who leave the rural communities would stay.
What they should do maybe is to leave the small town to go to a local college, and then maybe return to the small town to help keep the small town going and growing.
Well, they should be real friendly, and there's some I'm sure that would be better if, some things that's happening could be better.
We all face difficult decisions in our lives, but for many rural youth, whether to stay or leave is the toughest decision. Some leave for college and return. Some return when it's time to start a family and settle down. Wherever they end up, their dreams begin and are fueled in America's small towns and rural communities. We never know where the bird goes when it leaves the nest, but we do know its mother prepared it for the flight.